Is cryptocurrency going to crash tomorrow? A lot of news articles coming out saying things like that as we take a look around the entire economy and around everything that's going on. What are people saying? People seem to be scared. Unregulated cryptocurrency bubble could set the economy into a tailspin, going down like crazy. Is that going to happen? Then this article coming out as well saying, and keep in mind, I'm getting to something here, so don't click off the video yet. This one's saying, Bitcoin terrible technicals. Could it collapse back to 20K soon? On top of that, many YouTubers across the entire internet are talking about a potential crash coming soon, a big bull market that turns directly into a bear market. Is that what we're about to see happening? I have a few analytical points to show you right here that will help us get to the bottom of this and what it means moving forward. Let me go ahead and show you. So this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a very telling cryptocurrency to look at when it comes to what's going to happen with the entire cryptocurrency landscape. Dogecoin included in that, of course. And we'll get to that more in a second. But here we go. So on this date, March 29th in 2017, the price of Bitcoin at 12 a.m. Eastern Time was $1,011.97. $1,000 approximately. Then we move up here and we see at its peak, right there, Bitcoin was at approximately $20,000 or so. Then it came back down. And so it went from 1,000, it came back down to around this $3,000 area. And that is the low. As you look here from that all-time high peak, it did not go very much lower than around that $3,400 area. A couple of days, it went a little bit lower than that. But around that area is where it went to at the very bottom of that. And so now we compare that to what we're seeing right now with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right before the spike, before the last spike, it was at 1,000. Before this spike right now, it's at 10,000. So it's kind of interesting, an exact multitude of 10. Okay, well, how does that apply to what we're going to potentially see tomorrow? Take a look at this. And you probably are not going to hear this exact analysis anywhere else on the internet. Maybe you have. If you have, let me know. But if not, make sure to subscribe with notifications on because you're going to want to be staying updated on this. And maybe press like too if you like the insight here. But as we see, so this right here, the price before it went up, 10,000 right there, $10,000. That was right before the spike. You can see right before it started to go up, similar to where I found the last price point with the other analysis point there. But here we go, 34,000 now is at its or at its peak it was around 60,000. Now it's around 34,000. So we see 10,000 to 34,000. Kind of interesting, right? Because you compare that to 1,000 to 3,400. Literally the exact same difference with a magnitude of 10, leading me to believe that most likely we are not going to see a major crash tomorrow or even soon. Yes, it's technically possible, and I would be a terrible person if I told you there was a 0% chance of that happening, because all it takes is a couple big news stories coming out, all it takes is some whales selling off. But statistically speaking, all of the YouTubers who are trying to tell you it's going to crash, all of the articles continuing to come out, they don't really have, in my opinion, a good enough amount of evidence to really prove that here. And that's why I really want to kind of show you the technicals behind it. It's fascinating too. I mean, what are the chances it would be that exact? 1,000 to 3,400 versus 10,000 to 34,000. Literally, it's almost like it's trying to give us a perfect signal there. Bitcoin, if it does do the exact same thing it did last time, we would see a bit of a run-up coming soon that would go approximately to around $45,000. Then after that, we would see it going back down to around 35, 40,000 before we saw another major spike that could go as high as significantly above $200,000. And that would be what we would see really the end of the bull run, the 8th, 9th inning, as some YouTubers talk about. And so that's what I'm hoping for. And Dogecoin, of course, will be one of the ones that definitely capitalizes big on that as we take a look at the entire landscape of cryptocurrency. And I think that's pretty good. That was a good analysis right there. We have to give ourselves a pat on the back for that. Because it's true. I mean, the fact that we were able to find those numbers that had such similar statistics as the previous spike that we saw, it's just remarkable that history is forming in very similar ways. And it does that. That's what happens. Because when you think about it, there's not some random person controlling this with strings. The market is decided by the people, and people are going to have the same exact brains telling them to do the same exact things as last time. So that's why these patterns continue to form over and over again. Yes, we are hearing some manipulation accusations, and to some degree some of those are founded, but really cryptocurrency is so much more controlled by the people that a lot of those are not as founded as people are saying. It's really more just that the thinking behind it is similar, so that's why some of those kind of line up more so. And yes, there is of course manipulation attempts, and some of them are successful, but it's less so than what you may be thinking based on some of the videos. We ain't going anywhere, Doge community, stand up. I love it. Coming in from Daniel. I like that. I think Doge's prime time has passed. Change my mind from David. Okay, I'll change your mind in literally 2 seconds here. Dogecoin is actually going to be put on the moon. It's going to be put in a satellite. It's going to be used for the space sector. Elon Musk is going to really take Dogecoin to the next level. He's working with the Dogecoin devs to make some incredible things happen. So how in the world, when there's going to be billions of people watching it do all those things, as early as 2022 for the satellite, how in the world, when Elon Musk has an entire network of Tesla supercomputers that he can actually use to help Dogecoin, if the Dogecoin devs and Elon are able to figure out a way to integrate that, how in the world is it not going to be the best investment you've ever made in your entire life, potentially, by putting money into Dogecoin? Now, that's why I continue to buy more. That's why I just bought 6,900 more today, then I bought another 1,000, and then I bought another 1,000 after that, approximately. So I'm continuing to buy more at this current point in time. I also released, if you want to see it on Twitter, occasionally I'll post the amount I have for like a minute and then delete it just to incentivize. No, I think it's cool. Like, everyone has notifications on. I want to say thank you to that. So that's why I'll release things on Twitter, MattWallace88, for just like a minute and then delete it, just to say thank you to everyone who has notifications on, because I do appreciate the full support there. This one says, Matt Dustin PFC _12 on Twitter. I have more information on the wallet and 2.7182812. I think they showed you how to find Elon's. Interesting. I'll actually take a look at that. Yeah, let me see what you have to say there, because that's interesting. We want to be working as a community to figure out some of these clues. And yes, it's true. Sometimes they are a bit of a stretch, right? But that's the important thing to do there, because the clue we found with the satellites, that was a massive stretch. I mean, come on. Elon Musk is going to do satellites. Oh, come on. Elon Musk is going to make Dogecoin go into space. Oh, sure, Matt. And then what happened? He actually did it. So we have to cover the clues, even if they're a little bit out there, because a percentage of them are going to come true. And so far, we've been pretty good. We've been batting at a really high percentage. A lot of our clues that we found have come true. Some of them haven't, but we still cover them anyway on the chance that they may, because it's better to have the information and know that it could happen and be able to make a decision based on that than to not have it. I think we can all agree on that. But let me read this chat here as well. Thoughts on Doge? What about she's accepting Doge all the way hot out to 2K to the moon? I like that, from Andrew. Yes, so Sheets, one of the biggest chains out there when it comes to, I don't personally have a Sheets near me, so I'm not super familiar with them, but I believe they have, it's like a convenience store, and maybe they have gas, I guess. I don't know too much about them, to be honest, because I've never been to a Sheets before. I know, maybe some people will be like, Matt, how have you not been to a Sheets? Well, there's none where I live, so I just haven't been to one. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Cardano, Binance Coin, XRP, Dogecoin, that's the current ranking right now. XRP has been tossing with Dogecoin. Actually, Dogecoin looks like it's ahead. It just hasn't updated yet. It's ahead by 200 million approximately, it looks like there. So not that big of a difference between those two. But with Dogecoin at 29 cents, a lot of whales and a lot of people as individuals are going to see that as an opportunity to buy in. Same thing with Bitcoin, which is why I'm hoping that tomorrow, instead of the crash that a lot of people are predicting, a lot of people are expecting to happen, and a lot of the articles are talking about, I'm hoping that we see the exact opposite of that. Generally speaking, what you expect to happen may be the exact opposite of what actually happens, because anyone who's smart and is expecting a crash tomorrow is going to then sell right now. Why would you wait until tomorrow to do so, until it already started crashing? And so I think that may already be priced into it. People expecting that, therefore they're going to sell early. Never, never, never trust the expectation market. It doesn't normally work out very well. I love when Matt gets so serious and then he gets so excited. I love that. Yeah, thank you. Holding all my coins. Yeah, I mean, it's we have a roller coaster of emotions during some lives as we go from bad article to good article and switching back and forth like that. Speaking of a roller coaster of emotions, I think it's time to talk about this. JP Morgan boss Jamie Dimon personally advises people to stay away from cryptocurrency. So you know what? I think it's time to pull out the roast music and get the roast underway for Jamie. Come in. Okay, this is a little strange. For the first time in Final Stand history, the roast has actually summoned the individual himself. Jamie, I believe that's Jamie? You want to come sit down? Okay, this is weird. So Jamie Dimon just walked into my studio. Okay, I'm gonna let him come sit down and say what he wants to say. This is really strange. We've never had anything like this happen before. Hey, yeah, Jamie, just go ahead and sit down. I don't like your article, but you're welcome to sit down. So Matt roasted me, and I don't like that very much. I'm gonna be honest. So I came to sit down and just let you guys know the truth. Cryptocurrency, it's gonna crash like crazy. It's gonna crash all the way down to the very, very low levels that it deserves to be at in the sewer, in the exact sewer. So that's me. I look pretty good in that, right? I look good all the time. I just do. I mean, it's the way it is. It's the way I am. And I think instead of investing in cryptocurrency, which is just completely and totally useless, instead, you should just invest in all of my stocks that I like, all my ETFs, my EFTs, my ETPRXs, my ENGRNs, my OUGs, and my ABCDEFG, HIJK, LMNP, QRS, TV, WX, Y, and Zs. My favorite one, of course, be investing in all of those. That's where the real money is. Oh, man, no, Matt, dude, let me stay a little bit longer. No, I have more to say. Jeez, Jamie, stay away, buddy. Yeah, we don't need that kind of stuff in the Jamie. Wow, that dude's tough. No, Jamie, stay back. Jeez, wow, this guy, what a guy. I'm sorry you guys had to listen to that. I figured we would let him on the show quickly because he's kind of famous. No, Jamie. Okay, I know you probably forgot how to get out. After the live's over, I'll show you how to get out again. Jeez, this guy, he doesn't have the best memory anymore, unfortunately. Jamie, though, well, maybe, Jamie, okay, fine. We'll let you back on the show at some point in the future. Jeez, Jamie. Man, I feel bad for that dude. He's so angry. I don't know. What's the deal with that? Matt, you're the best, bro. Do you think Elon is going to accept Doge for Tesla before or after it's released on Coinbase? Probably after. That would be smart, right? Then the spike will be bigger. I hope Elon waits until after, because that's what we want to see. We know the Coinbase listing, that's another big thing, is happening in only 6 to 8 weeks. You're the best, Matt. Always look forward to your videos. Thank you so much, Eric Perry. Perhaps we need to actually have this as a clip that's posted on the Final Stand show. So if you see that, maybe we should do that, because I had a lot of fun with that one. That one was definitely fun. As we're also seeing this coming out, cryptocurrency crash. Is it time to buy the dip from the Motley Fool? What the heck is going on with this? So the Motley Fool now deciding to come in, and what are they saying? A positive article about cryptocurrency buying the dip? Here's what this comes down to. So the Motley Fool has different writers. This one is from Keith Noonan, and Keith Noonan is clearly a bigger fan of cryptocurrency than a lot of the other writers at the Motley Fool. And so that's why we see such big sways in opinions from that one specific place. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Such a big difference, even though it's the same publication. What is the deal with that? What the heck is going on? As we're also seeing this, eToro's CEO says the app that added Dogecoin, when they added Dogecoin, it was because of the large and loud fan base. I don't know what's happening in the article, but the large and loud fan base of Dogecoin. We're actually making things happen. We are continuing to get our name heard as a community. And of course, this show isn't just about Dogecoin. We love Dogecoin here, the first investment, right? But of course, we talk about other things, other cryptocurrencies too. And I'll show you some of the analytics and stuff behind it that for some reason, a lot of YouTubers don't show. I feel like it would be better if all of us as YouTubers would kind of come together, the financial YouTube sector, and really think about the same stats and look at this together instead of all these separated messages that are all over the place. I don't think that's the best way to do it, but you know what? I guess that's just the way it is sometimes. This is the Bitcoin chart overall. What we've seen is massive growth over time, and there's no reason that Bitcoin can't continue to go up. With the inflation numbers we're seeing coming out, with the amount of money being printed, we need Bitcoin. We need cryptocurrency more than ever right now. Someone said, bye, Joe Rogan. Is Matt going to take over Joe Rogan's spot? Matt wants to go on Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, please have me on. I would love to come on your show. Seriously, how cool would that be? Me and Joe Rogan talking about intergalactic space aliens taking over the entire human race with Dogecoin, and then what's after that? Elon Musk goes and takes them over back? Do we have to then do a back takeover of the aliens? I guess that's probably what has to happen. Someone said poor Joe Rogan getting a lot of chats saying bad stuff. That's funny. No, Joe Rogan is still alive. I'm very confident about it because I already gotten a lot of notifications right now if that was not the case, which is good because we like his show. 34,000 though, 570 down 5% the last 24 hours. Pretty dang bad month overall for cryptocurrency, going down a decent amount, and that's not obviously good, especially the latter half of the month is really when most of the badness has happened. This article is well coming out. The White House and lawmakers want investors to, quote, Dogecoin to their heart's content. Dogecoin to our heart's content. Well, part of this is just one specific person saying that I still don't trust the government fully. No matter who's in charge, no matter who's in positions of power, I don't trust the government to actually help us with this. We still need to make our voices heard and be talking to them. But anyway, this is the Final Stand show. Hopefully you enjoyed that little skit we threw in there. I'm Matt Wallace. This is Final Stand, and I will see you in the next video.